We're live.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Enjoy the show. The greatest show on earth. Known as the Mandela Effect.
Ain't it fun living in a world?
Turn to the dark side and join me.
Robot chicken.
You killed my father! No, Luke. I am your father. That's not true!
That's what he said.
That's impossible! And Princess Leia is your sister. That's not true! That's improbable! And the Empire will be defeated by Ewoks.
Okay.
Where'd you find that, man? That is so funny. I love that, man.
That's robot chicken.
And I love your hat, Brian. That's awesome, man.
Thanks, man. I got a trivia question to throw out at everybody tonight. And the winner gets this mini Mexican hat, okay? In lieu of Cinco de Mayo.
My head too big.
Okay.
That's some German festival, right?
I'm going to put that on my troll doll.
So
I'm going to win this, man.
Free tacos for a year.
Yeah, there you go. You better beef up on your cooking skills there, Brian.
Okay, are you guys ready for the question?
Yeah, I think I am.
All right. You sure?
Hold on.
Let me get my Google machine.
I'm ready for
Okay, do it, man. Let's do it.
Okay. Who remembers who said, "May the Force be with you" first?
I know the
That was
answer.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
In the 1977 Star Wars movie, who said it first?
Let me get my Google machine.
Oh, no, you can't.
Troy's right.
What?
Troy's right.
Yeah, it was
I thought it
Obi-Wan
was-
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, you sure?
I'm pretty confident on that one.
It must be a Mandela then, because I remember him saying it too, and now it's some general Dodona or something like that. I can play the clip for you
You
guys.
gotta pronounce it right. It's General Zod. General Zod.
General Zod?
That's Superman.
Oh, man.
I make the rules here. I make the rules, okay?
Yeah, right, exactly. Zod. You mean the dude from the mirror?
It's Krypton. Krypton is what we're talking about, right? I just want to make sure that let you know that I've been listening.
On point, on point, man.
I've been paying attention.
Now that you're saying it, Brian, showing it, I think you're right. I thought Obi-Wan said it to Luke, but early in the show, but I guess not.
And
I still hold true to line. I know that Obi-Wan said that when he met with him.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to agree with Corey. Corey. I think that's true. Do I get this? Does X get the square? That's all I got to know. Does X get the square? I agree with Corey. Come on. It's a Hollywood Squares reference, guys. You got to get one. Does X get the square? I agree with Corey.
Well, thank you, Troy.
And may the Force be with you, right at the very end. He's the first one who said it. Whoever got that right wins the Mexican hat. Will somebody help me in the chat, whoever found that out? We have another prize a little ways away to give away toward the end of the show. I got a back massager to give away.
Oh, I need that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you gonna ship her in a box? I'm just kidding, man. That's bad. That was bad. I know.
You're giving away a free vibrator, you said?
This show is taking a wild turn, man.
You know, my wife heard that. She was like,
Anyway, I got you, dude. How many changes did you guys notice in Star Wars itself? Because I noticed.
Well, you know what? It's funny you say it because recently I saw that C-3PO actually had some kind of like little camera on his chest plate.
C-3PO has what?
C-3PO has like a little camera, like a black camera thing on his chest plate.
Oh,
I know he had a thing to stop him from running away or whatever, but I never seen a black thing on there.
Yeah, there's like a little black like camera thing that's actually on his chest plate. And I'm not sure if it's in all the scenes, but I know it was definitely there. Hey, Dad, you remember that?
Nah, I never seen that one before.
I don't know if you can pull that up, Brian, but he's got like a little black camera thing. Just type in black camera or I guess a camera on his chest plate, and you'll see what I mean. Oh, Ty's like that's enough. I'm done. Not believing you, man. I'm out.
Wait, come on, man.
Type in a black camera or whatever it is on chest plate. It was actually in one of the. I think it was the very first movie with C-3PO. He actually had it on his chest.
No, well, in the first movie when he first got with the Jawas, they put a what did they call it? Restraining bolt.
Yeah, I wanted to thank
on his chest.
Teresa for the residue. But guys,
good.
I don't remember this around C-3PO's neck. I don't remember these two clamps right here. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they were there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Some people are saying the wires. Oh, wait, is that camera you're talking about right there?
Yep, that's it.
That's a fishing pole.
And there's the silver leg, folks. There's the silver leg. That is the giveaway. Come on. Okay, now we don't. The wires, I'm going to say he had a black area over here. I thought it was like a black flexible piece of something right here. But now he's got wires showing. Of course, he's got the silver leg. His palms are...
Is he fishing right there? I don't remember C-3PO.
No, that's not an actual clip.
No, that's not a real one. But I'm sure that's a costume. But it's similar.
All right, but he did have one, Brian. Just if you can actually look that up, you'll find the picture of that somewhere.
There's a
camera on C-3PO's chest plate. You'll see what I mean. It's actually one of the scenes where he's walking with R2-D2, and it showed up then, but I'm not sure if it's there now. Who knows? Maybe it's just something that I saw, And
I noticed something like that too, and somebody else pointed out. I believe it might have been Damian Gross. He's my Star Wars guy, but many people don't remember all these projector beams on. There was only one projector beam that I remember on. What's this? R2-D2.
Yeah, me too.
And now there's 3. It's so weird.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Go back. You found it. Go up.
Where?
I saw it. No.
Type in.
Go up.
Right there. No, that's the restraining bolt.
Yeah, R2. Hang on, I'll show you.
Just type in C-3PO restraining bolt.
Yeah, let me see that. Maybe that's what it is.
Because R2-D2 had one, and remember Luke took it off, and that's why he got away.
Not R2-D2, but C-3PO.
No, but C-3PO had one too, though.
Oh, he did? Okay. All right, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
True Star Wars fans, boy. Woo.
Man,
I don't know much, but I know Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Well, and that's the thing with the Mandela Effect. There's so many different aspects of it. When you look at only a small area, it's kind of like you're a little bit limited, but you have a more limited scope. I mean, but
no, there's a lot of good pictures. If you put in C-3PO restraining bolt, they'll show lots of pictures of it.
C-3PO restraining bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way, Brian, I think we didn't cover all the people that are on here. We got a special guest that I think is worthy of announcing. Someone that I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time, and I know that a lot of people probably in the chat are are anxious to hear from him as well. If you want to do him with his formal,
yeah, we have Dead GPK on. What's up, Dead GPK?
How's it going, everybody?
Welcome aboard. Good to have you. You did some effects earlier. I think you found some residue from Charles Schultz or something at one point.
I find quite a bit actually, but I would say that one was a major find.
If you guys wouldn't mind, would you help post your links in the chat to your videos so other people can see them and subscribe to you?
Oh, I'm on my phone right now, so I can't see the chat.
Okay.
Well, and the thing is that I'm very, very surprised. I mean, you've been in this community for a heck of a lot longer than I have, man. You know, and you know, I glommed onto this because I'm also a Sky guy. You know, I mean, I can't say I'm any kind of authority on you know any kind of clouds or anything like that. But you know, I've done my fair share of reports back in the day, so I knew what was actually up in the sky. I always enjoyed looking around, and I know biblically, it even said don't study the stars, that type of thing. But I was always intrigued, and especially having a father that was in aerospace, I was always intrigued about what was out there. So I always looked up, and I knew, that we had a certain number of clouds that were up there, and I knew them all pretty well. And nowadays, there's so many different things that are occurring up in our skies that, I look at and I'm like, man, that's not at all what I remember. It's like cobwebs and, all these weird things. And that can be attributed to a lot to the chemtrail type of things. But, all in all, I mean, we're getting some effects. In fact, one that you posted just recently, which I'm still befuddled on, and they're coming up with this, theory that it's from some kind of blockage of the sun, and that is the split sky, which, man, that simply should not happen. It doesn't matter what's blocking it. I mean, come on, man. You're not going to have a split sky like that. You got to have something really blocking, a celestial body.
The thing about my capture was I was walking over an overpass, and I live in a small town, so we don't have no tall buildings. So I just don't know what could cause that shadow, straight up and down like that.
The thing about what I seen in video, I don't know if it was from your feed or somebody else mirrored it. The line is so doggone straight. That don't look natural. Just like I don't know. I seen a video with the water being divided, meaning one side of the water was light and the other side of the water was dark.
Yeah, I've seen that before too. That's really crazy.
And so
that is crazy. Yep.
And so some of this stuff is just just like he was just talking about the clouds. When this should be a wake up call for people when scientists themselves come out to try to do damage control and say we found 7 new clouds. I mean, how could you find 7 to 12 new clouds?
I remember there was only like 3 or 4, and sometime around 2012, I think it jumped up to 11, and just over the last few months, it's up to like 22 or 24 different clouds.
Exactly, Dad. That's exactly right, man. And that's not right. That's not at all right, because I knew the primaries and the subcategories of all the clouds of how they should have been, but now they've got all these new clouds that are popping up that are, I mean, man, I've never heard of that. But if you look back in history, apparently they've been there for a long time, and I know I would have heard of these because I would have wanted to know about those anyways. Of some of the anomalous type of clouds that do occur. But now it's like, you got to be kidding me, man. You got to have 27 different varieties of clouds. Man, I call BS on that. Nuh-uh. That did not happen like that.
Look at it. There are 12 different types of clouds classified.
No, and that's what they're telling you. That's what they're telling you right now. 12. Okay, so they're saying 12, But you know, Brian, if you look at it, there's more like 27. That's what they're posting in like the mainstream, information. It's much more like 27, and I think that a lot of these clouds are being kept from the bulk of people, so they don't know exactly what the hell's going on up there in the sky.
But the question that people should use in their mind is how you get new clouds. We ain't got a new sky. Where are these new clouds coming from? Why are they generated? How all of a sudden now we got different formations of clouds? What's causing?
E-Man, it's funny you say it because I mean, look, you have to understand that even with the chemicals in the air now, we're not breathing as much oxygen as we used to breathe. Now the bulk of it is nitrogen. So I mean, and that right there unto itself is completely different because if divers that used to go down, they used to have what they call, I think, nitrogen seizures if you had too much nitrogen. But now your body requires that, so that's completely different.
Yeah, I got a question for Dead. And just before I do, I just want to shout out to the chat there to Mikey and Teresa and Pramil, Taekwondo, Charles, SK, Minky, and Cowboy. They're all here tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys for
joining. Other people that are here. Cool. No, Dead. I've been filming like a lot of the chemtrails and stuff over the last few years, and like I had told others on here, it was like almost a month ago that I finally seen what they were trying to hide. I'd seen the 2 different planets like up by the sun. There was a blue one on the top and there was an orange one on the side. And I guess from what I don't know if it was Troy or Ty or somebody told me, I guess there's a striped one out there too, and there might be 2 other planets as well. So did you see anything like that?
As far as planets, I can't say that I've for definite that I've actually captured any. People have commented on my videos saying that they see it in there, but I'm still on the fence because I haven't actually seen it with my own eyes, I watch a lot of sky videos, and the way they explain it is a lot of it is not chemtrails. It's actually debris from these hidden bodies, which could possibly make sense that sometimes the sky gets whited out without any chemtrails sometimes.
Can I say something? Dead GPK?
Yeah.
SK Mick in the chat says a lady on our local radio actually said the sky looked fake. I'm serious. I believe in that too. It looks real fake, like something out of this.
Yeah. I mean, that could tie into simulation theory and
why. That's what I was saying. If they got, because I've seen the technology where they can actually, what they call it, have a cloak cloth, and you can see right through it. And they can actually have a drop cloth where they can project things in the sky, and so that's why I'm very skeptical of what we're actually seeing, because maybe this is just what they want us to see, so that we can take our focus off what's really going on. So if they show us a little planet here or there, it gives us something to talk about, and then they draw back. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I can see where your theory is valid. Like, they can do that, and like, it's a possibility. I'm not saying what I saw is 100%, but it's just funny how it took 2 years of me like trying to see it, and when I did see it, it was the one moment at sunset where usually the chemtrails are blocking the sun, especially at sunset, but it was all open, and I finally I've seen it. So
let's say what I've seen before is like the sun will be setting, but there's other light sources, maybe to the south a little bit or to the north, and I could see how that looks like there's something there,
And so that's why I say we we very inquisitive to figure out what's going on, and it's like I said, there's multiple things that can be happening at the same time.
Yeah.
We can have the simulator. It can actually be a planet up there. It might be the sun. The sun might be damaged, and they trying to have a secondary sun or a secondary source of magnification. Because if you take a magnifying glass and put it in front of other light, it makes it hotter.
Well, you look at the moon is simulated, obviously, because that's been freaking out too. Like it's retarded.
Yeah, did you guys know? Did you guys? Sorry, did you guys know we have moon bows now? How many of you have ever heard of a moon bow?
What the heck is that?
A moon I caught one last week.
What is a moon bow?
I'm going to show you one. It's pretty crazy.
A rainbow around the moon.
I heard a ring around the moon, but the light that like a circle around the moon. But I never.
You mean it's like a rainbow around the moon?
Yeah, kind of like the sun halo, but it's a moon halo.
And it's all like rainbow colored, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's see, that's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, for us, for everyone here that's even hearing this kind of stuff, I've never ever heard of that. Now, how long has that been like around? How long has that actually been a thing?
For me, I heard about it last year.
Supposedly, this is a film in 1983. 1983 Soviet science fiction film, Moon Rainbow. It's an actual film.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, it's always like it's been around for a long time, and I'm just too stupid to know. Man, I'm the guy that looks up in the sky, and I'll tell you this: I've never seen any kind of moon bow. Give me a break, guys. There's no moon bow. This is crazy world. There's no moon bow, and if this is like something that's been around for a long time, no way, man. There's no moon bows. Nuh-uh.
Oh, look at this.
I can tell you that for a fact, guys. I look up at the sky all the time. My head automatically goes up. I'm up there looking. No moon bows. Tell you guys, if you guys are saying, "Oh no, they've always been around," I can tell you, man.
Okay.
You and I are from different places. No moon bows. Nuh-uh. Yeah, right. I guarantee you, if I ever saw a moon bow like that, oh my God, man, I'd be like, man, I gotta get my camera. I'm gonna be like telling everybody. No, I would have had that on camera for sure. I promise you. I would have said, like, Dad, there's a moon bow.
Ty, you're from the north. Have you ever seen a moon bow?
No.
Corey, what about you? You're in Canada. Have you ever seen a moon bow?
No, I haven't.
I've seen one like that, Brian.
I seen a ring, like a light ring around the moon.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen that.
Yeah, but I've never seen a rainbow. No.
Yeah,
that's
what
I'm talking about. I mean, all these weird, it's just that doesn't make any sense.
If I take it, what's going on, and what's being amplified, who use the rainbow a lot now. The rainbow used to signify God covenant with man, but the rainbow has become perverted so much.
Yeah,
I know why I see all these rainbows and upside down rainbows, symbolization.
Right now I'm expecting like volcanic rainbows and stuff. I mean, come on, man. I mean, seriously, enough of the rainbow things. We get it. I don't know what the point is, but come on, man.
Well, the point is because you have this new form of race. See, it's one thing for sexual preference, and then there's another thing to create a race out of sexual preferences. And so when you do that, you it's just like the Illuminati have symbolizations and symbols, and so now their symbol is being popped up everywhere and everything, and and it's just like it's became a race now. That's why you can get in trouble because it's no longer a sexual act. It became a race.
I usually don't say too much. So I don't know. I usually am pretty reserved.
Man, we call that real thing.
I really don't. You know me. I don't say too much, and I try to keep my comments to a minimum.
No, this is a new Troy. Who is this?
Oh wait, no, that's a new tie.
Wait, who is this Ty? This ain't Ty. He looks like Ty. He's very calm and collected.
I just wasn't going to touch the sexual preferences thing. As soon as you went that way, I said, Brian, can you put up the chat?
Yes, sure.
Someone in the chat brought up something interesting.
It is a touchy subject to handle, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but
How do you deal with someone telling you you're not from my reality? How do you deal with that on the opposite end of things? I'm just curious.
Well, I just say, wow, how cool. Yeah, I'm like, wow, I mean, how cool is it to actually know and meet somebody that is actually from, like a different timeline? It's like, man, I'm inquisitive. I want to know things like that. It's like, what do you know? What do you know that I don't know? Or what do you heard? And so a lot of the times, a lot of things are falling in sync, but getting to know somebody, especially in what's happening right now. I mean, I'm all about a million questions. So
that's us.
It's extremely interesting for me. I mean, a lot of people just dismiss it. They're like, I don't want to hear about that. No, I do.
Lizette, it's kind of strange because I can't remember what YouTuber it was, but they put out that video of YouTubers name changing, and mine was on there, and I was like, huh.
That's so funny. You're right, man. Oh, how funny.
So I guess I'm a Mandela effect to somebody because they remember my username different. Which is so strange.
Oh, they got me earlier, but I told them my name didn't change. I changed it myself. Because I had the MS email 31, and people kept asking me, "But ain't you a guy?" I said, "Hold on. Well, that's my wife. I made that because I wanted to make sure I kept my wife safe. Let everybody know that's my girl. That's Miss E Man. I mean, she belongs. That's my girlfriend."
Yeah, I never said. If you notice, E Man, I never said Ms. E Man. I've always said MS E Man because it sounds cooler that way. Well,
I said, okay, since everybody keeps saying it, I'm gonna just change it straight up to E Man. But somebody have cloned me because I'm on here twice. But this other guy, I don't know who he is. And they got my name, the same name I got, E-Man31.
Now, I don't know if you guys heard about the General Zod from Krypton. I don't know if you heard that part yet.
Is that is that a new MD?
No, not an ME. I just brought it up just for public consumption. The General Zod.
Hey Todd, is you all right?
Oh yeah. I'm just reading along. I'm reading that chat, and
I know it's like who's this Ty? I don't know. I'm waiting for the real Ty to show up.
This is old reality Ty,
right? I know. Ty doesn't take a back seat, man. Ty's like, man, I'm taking the front row. What's up, bud? I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna throw some popcorn at you if you talk.
I
was listening.
Well, you don't like watching the movie behind my head? Too bad.
I don't.
Stop putting the popcorn in my nose right now.
Okay, all right.
Hey.
All right,
come on, kick in, Ty.
Come on,
where's the Harley, man?
I was just reading the comments on the thing. There's a couple interesting comments. Lizette's here, but she can't come on because she's on the tablet. Hi, Lizette. Hi, Mikey73.
Love you, Lizette.
Hello, Mikey73. What's up, bub? Hey, and by the way, hello, Cowboy. How you doing, bub?
have a question for you.
Cowboy should be up here.
Brian.
Yeah, right.
Why don't you ask Cowboy if he wants to come on?
Man.
Cowboy.
Man.
Come on, Cowboy. There.
Should I
Love
get me
Cowboy.
an
Love
iPad?
Cowboy. Cowboy's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Should I get an iPad, Brian? Because I got a regular computer, and I'm thinking to myself, I shouldn't get no iPad with a regular computer. I got an Android phone and a regular computer. I like iPads, but why should I get one if I ain't got no Apple?
I don't know. I mean, exactly. I've got an Android tablet and an Android phone. I don't know why.
Well, you know,
actually, guys, I was reading the chat. I wasn't saying too much. I was looking at what SK Menke, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, and something interesting. They said something interesting about what was in the sky, and it was something that we would have talked about. You know.
Well, and Ty, let's go back to what our theory is, man, because I think what we were talking about before really kind of hit home with me, and that's really kind of one of the main things that, you know, I feel that could be responsible for the Mandela. No, don't get me wrong, guys. I think there could be a whole series of different things that are actually causing this. But listen, if you haven't heard the theory before, you know, you may want to really listen in really good, because if you haven't heard this one yet, especially if you're a Christian, you may really want to perk your ears for this one, because this right here, out of everything I've heard so far, really makes the most sense.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, Ty, you and I are the ones that were talking about this, so you definitely know.
Oh, it's my theory.
Well, no, it's not your theory, but I'm waiting for you to perk up so you can go ahead and tell your story. I mean, I'd love to hear from you, because certainly you have some. I was
waiting for the story. I was waiting for it. And you're saying it's mine.
Okay, here it is. Fine, I'll go ahead. I'll take the lead, man. That's fine.
Tell me what the story is.
Guys. Okay, so here it is. If you guys haven't heard the story of, you know, well, let's start like this. The solar system that we are in. Okay, you know, it starts off with the sun is the epicenter, right? And then, of course, then we have Mercury, Venus, right? And then it goes outward. Okay, so you might have learned this in school somewhere along the line. And this is before they actually canceled out Pluto. Okay, but right, it's going to be good. Okay, so now we're just basically stationary with all these. Now, what I mean by stationary, hold on, guys. But what I mean by stationary is that we're not like, you know, we're moving around, but we're actually moving around the sun, right? All of us are just kind of moving around this orbit. Okay, well, let's think about something a little bit different. What if the same thing applied, but now we weren't stationary? That means all of us together on this giant ball, if you will, we're actually plummeting through space, and all of us were keeping the same exact orbit, right? So we're actually kind of zooming away from our own galaxy of where we were, and hence that would make perfect sense, because if now you're looking up in the sky, where did all the stars go? Did anyone ever wonder about that? The stars are gone. Look up in your sky right now. It's got to be dark outside. If
no,
just take a moment, go outside, look up at the sky.
Troy, look, they're still there, but I agree with you. They look like they're further away, but the concept
they're further away, guys. Hey, look, look. I live in Garden Grove. I'm down here in San Clemente too. There's not much light that's really going to interfere with a lot of stuff that I'm looking at the stars at night. Okay, so I can tell you this for a fact: I'm not in a major city. I'm in San Clemente. Okay, there's not a light down here, and I can look up in the sky right now, and it's dark. How many stars do I see? Well, let's see. I'm looking right now. I see 0.
Well, that's chemtrails too, though.
Yeah, it's something blocking you, because I see stars every time I go outside.
Do you see stars? You see a lot of stars. Do you, man?
Yeah, I see stars. Yeah.
I still
okay,
see
how
them
many?
also,
Do you see is your sky full of stars?
Maybe they took your stars and put them in my neighborhood.
Man, see that's weird, maybe. But you know, do you see a lot of stars?
Yeah, some of them are little, real dots, and some of them look bigger, and some of them look like airplane lights.
Hey, Patrick.
E-Man,
Hey, Patrick.
E-Man, you want to go outside and take a look again, man. I'm not sure if you look at the same thing that the rest of us are looking at, because I've been asking this question for a long time.
Right.
Hey,
go ahead, Ty.
Patrick joined us. Hey, Patrick.
Hi.
What's up, brother?
Hi, Patrick.
Hey, what's up, Patrick?
Hey, how are you?
What Troy's saying is that our model of our solar system is based upon the heliocentric model. And the heliocentric model means that the planets in our solar system revolve around the sun. And I believe that perhaps we might have a vortex system, which means the sun is moving. And if the sun is moving, we wouldn't know, because our orbit would remain the same relative to our sun. The only way that we would know is if the stars would move relative to our position, which means it would appear like we are somewhere else. But on top of that, if we do have planets above us now, above the Earth now, that weren't there before, which we do, hello, Corey, which we do, if we do, that would mean that something else is in our neighborhood. Those planets just didn't sneak up on us. They had to come from somewhere. And using Occam's Razor, and if you use Occam's Razor, using the simplest, Occam's Razor is basically accepting the simplest solution to a problem. If you accept Occam's Razor, then perhaps, as crazy as it sounds, perhaps we are moving, or the sun is moving through the galaxy, and so are we. And it's not that planets just popped up in our neighborhood. Maybe we popped up in its neighborhood. That's
my Ty. That's what I'm talking about. This Ty has come alive. I love this guy.
I have a rebuttal to your theory, just a little bit.
I just love how he says Occam's Razor too, man. You know, I don't know what that is, but I got to look that up so I can say it a lot more. I just like the way it rolls off his tongue. Occam's Razor.
No, but my rebuttal to that conclusion is that sounds fine, but
it doesn't sound fine. It's just an idea. I don't like it. I don't like it any more than you do.
How do you explain continents on the Earth moving? Yes, we can move, but how do continents?
Oh, okay. Well, that's. I'm glad that you asked that.
Yeah, me too. Because here it comes.
That you asked that because maybe the D-Wave computer in CERN had nothing to do with the Mandela effect. Maybe we had an outside source that we wouldn't know if we passed by it, but an outside source. So I asked around, and I asked to see if perhaps an outside source through gravitons. Would graviton be enough to change? Would it be enough to create a dimensional shift? They said, well, why gravitons? Well, gravitons are what you get from a black hole. That's what you would get. With graviton, with the sheer force of a black hole being in proximity to a black hole, with his graviton, be enough to create maybe what we would know as the Mandela effect. And they said, well, possibly. Well, that's all I need. I need a possibility, possibly. But
I seen a model, Ty, and what you're talking about. It was like you're saying that we're not standing still, but we're like in a helix, like flux, like we're moving with the sun, and we're moving around the space, like.
That's a heliocentric model. That's what people believe, that we're moving around the sun. But if the sun was moving,
no, that's what I'm saying. No, I meant that the sun and us, like all the planets, are being pulled, and we're in this like helix, like we're like
it's a vortex. It's a vortex.
Yeah, and we're like flipping through, and we're going around, and we're moving like throughout the universe. And what you're saying could be right. That
I'm saying that would cause the Mandela effect, and the D-Wave wouldn't place their show, and CERN wouldn't place their show, even though they might have something dealing with something. It's got to be something that would be of a scale that we're seeing now, and I think a black hole would fit it.
Yeah, I don't know much about gravitrons, but
graviton.
I'm thinking it's Transformers here, but Gravitron and Optimus Prime are at it again.
And that's fine. But guys, hey, everyone out there in the chat, if you look, All you have to do is go outside right now because it's probably dark where you are, I would imagine, unless you're off in a different country right now. All you have to do is just go outside and look up at the stars. Who sees stars now? And if you do, how many do you see? Can you count them? Is everyone seeing what we're seeing? Because I'm in California, and I'm not in an area like a heavily populated, I'm not in the city, okay? So I'm out like near the beach in San Clemente. There's not a lot of things going on that can really interfere with the light over here, okay? So I'm looking up in the sky, guys, and I used to be able to see a lot of stars. I'm just telling you, if you're not noticing this too, well, I'd be surprised. I'd really be surprised.
Well, I know. I just looked and I see some stars.
You see stars. What area of the country are you in?
I'm in Chicago, so maybe the stars ain't got too little for you to see. When we get older,
I'm in Canada, so I don't see the stars as well as I used to. Is all I can say.
All right. And if you could, Brian, when you're ready, can you put up the chat again so we can see what they're saying, if they're asking any questions?
Sure. I want to move on to the next topic tonight, guys. We're
talking about Fat Elvis? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, we have a new one from Corey. Corey pointed out that doves and pigeons are now producing milk.
Yeah, they lactate. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I'm gonna milk my pigeons now, man. I'm gonna have some pigeon milk.
Put my backyard all this time.
I'm gonna capture like an eagle. Like put that in my get some eagle milk in my Wheaties.
E-Man, what about in the Bible, in the Song of Solomon? Don't they point out like men are producing milk from their breasts now in the Bible?
Yeah. We got a whole lot of pornographic things in the Bible now.
Are you kidding me? Like now, men are actually lactating. Okay. Okay.
They got breasts now, and you got people oozing from their guts.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Great.
I'll never be thirsty again, I guess.
Hey, Corey, you want some milk?
If you tell me pigeons got milk, I'm about to grab a couple of these pigeons and I'm about to drain them up and give me some free milk.
What are you doing, man? I'm milking my pigeons.
Just to revisit what Troy was saying about the stars. What happened about the stars, as you guys know, was the Sagittarius arm versus the Orion's belt, right?
Yep.
We moved. Okay. We shifted somehow.
We moved, and if we moved, that would mean that the stars moved relative to our position, and of course they did. And I was just looking at one possible instance. I came across something where the North Star was 3 to 5 degrees.
Yes, correct. That is absolutely fact.
And again, Occams Razor, that the North Star, stars don't move like that. It just don't. So to make a long story short, using Occams Razor, either the star moved or we moved. And what would be easier to move? Well, I think we would be easier to move than the star. Of course.
Yep, so, absolutely.
And I've heard people where the sun is now rising relative to their position. You see, it's supposed to be rising over here and setting over here, and now it's moved. And people are say that people are upset is an understatement.
Yeah, I didn't know that a long time that the sun is not rising and falling where it's supposed to. Everything is off kilter. But see, the thing is, because I read my Bible, because I know my Bible, and because the Bible, a lot of people say, well, it's wrote by man, but the man might have wrote it, but it's still coming true today. And so everything that's in the Bible is still coming true. Now you got these earthquakes in diverse spaces. You got things moving out of its place.
Not to mention sinkholes. We got sinkholes, guys.
Yeah, you got sinkholes.
Yeah, I've seen the sinkholes there. Yeah.
And so all of this is lining up. Now how is it, what's causing it? I didn't tell you who was gonna cause it, but he did. It did represent it was gonna happen. So I know.
Volcano in Hawaii there is really bad too.
It's erupting, you know. And then it even talk about it's talking about them building bunkers and these underground cities to try to get away from it. That's exactly what they doing. It's almost like they reading the Bible and just making everything happen.
Well, you know what? I just have to say this. It's really scary looking at Patrick's picture. He's almost a clone of me.
What? Wait. Let me see you guys side by side. I got to see this.
Okay, I'll put my camera on.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are like clones. What?
Like if I had my blonde hair like I normally when I was younger.
No.
And the glasses, you know.
A little bit. I see a little bit there. A little bit.
No.
Hey, y'all better check y'all DNA. Y'all might be relatives. That might be your twin.
Hey, Tom's here. Hey, Tom, what's up, brother? Glad you could join us.
My quantum friends.
Hey,
coming from the house of ones and zeros. Greetings,
hey,
ones and all.
That's a radio
star. This party is on right now.
That's a radio star.
That's Tom. I know him.
Right.
Wait, is this Tom?
That's Tom.
Ty, I'm glad that Alzheimer's isn't hitting you that bad yet.
I know, right?
So, what do we talk about, gentlemen?
We're talking about dead GPK being in the house.
And we were talking about pigeons with milk.
Yeah, bro, we're talking about milking some eagles.
Wait. I want to catch Tom's reaction to this one when I share it with him.
I want to milk something.
Pigeons produce milk now.
Can I milk a pigeon?
You ever had pigeon milk?
You want to milk my pigeon? All right, we're getting out of control here.
Pigeon fly. Stop the pigeon. Stop the pigeon.
Wait, hold on, wait. Maybe people will see the Mandela effect once pigs really do fly. You know, it's happening to a reality near you soon.
You know what?
We got pink elephants, man. Pink elephants. I love them.
I'm telling you,
I know, isn't that crazy? You know what's really weird is that they're actually starting to show some of the sea creatures from the Antarctic. And if you haven't seen that yet, some of these creatures are so freaking bizarre, man. They're so crazy.
Hey, did y'all see that video I did with the snake? Look like a snake with 3 eyes.
A snake?
No way.
Oh, put that up. People don't want to see that.
And then they gonna tell me, they gonna say it look like a caterpillar. I said, first of all, caterpillar got legs on it. That thing ain't got no legs on it. And then it's
Photoshop. What?
And it was super fat.
I don't know. Let's see. What is it? Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right there. That black and white one right there. I did a video on that. That mug got 3 eyes and 2 heads.
Oh my God, how's that happen? That's so weird.
The 3 eyes is the one that's freakish, man.
Yeah, that one right there. Yep, that one right there.
No, that's so weird, man.
They talking about that's a doggone caterpillar. I said, no, that's a snake with 2 heads and 3 eyes.
What will they think of next?
All right, so we have this suicide machine too, and then we're going to look at the Antarctic.
Cool.
Animals.
So what's a suicide machine do? You go in there and commit suicide?
On this.
You just put your quarters in it and go on about your business. No, what they say about this,
E-man.
what they say.
You gotta pay to play.
Wait. Does it really kill yourself, or is it like
it does really? It's by
yeah.
Simply by
you die.
It's the euthanizer 1000 model. It replaces the euthanizer 550.
This is what they say.
It's the newest thing in suicidal machines.
Yeah, it's called
it's a fine.
Yeah, it's called the permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Made by the manufacturer, death comes to you. The Euthanizer 1000, new and innovative, with all the comforts of home.
Are you selling these things, man? What's going on? Is this like a
Oh yeah,
promotion?
man. Yeah, it's a promotional offer. One time only. You can get your Euthanizer 1000 with 10 easy flex payments of $1,000 a piece.
10 easy payments. And by the way, these are 3D printed, so they can put these things out like all day long.
Yep. They got some 3D printed ones, and then
Tom's already got like 200 ready for sale, all boxed up and ready to go.
I have a special offer. Remember, 10 easy flex payments of $1,000 a piece. You will be totally satisfied.
Trust me,
death guaranteed. Death is guaranteed.
What they call it? They got the Honda version, and then they got the BMW version.
That's right.
Yeah. What you want
if
is
you order now, I'll throw in your free death video.
Don't go for any invitational flakes. Go for the Mitsubishi version. They're the genuine original ones. Guaranteed.
We got leather cushion.
Guaranteed to suffocate you or your money back.
We got leather cases. Got your drink holder.
And when you're done, we're going to go and stuff you. We can actually put you in any position you like.
And we got seat warmers too to keep your carcass warm even after your heart stops and your body goes cold. Still guaranteed to keep you warm.
If you're resurrected, then your money's back.
Right.
That's funny.
Remember, the Euthanizer 1000, guaranteed to work.
This is a real thing, guys, and this isn't meeting much rebuttal from a lot of people. I mean, for sure, for some, but this is becoming like the normal thing, man. You know, machines that will, let you kill yourself.
How does that machine work?
Well, this is how it works. Cause I did a video on it today.
It works good.
And what they say is, they got like a big old glass mirror where you can see a mountain and a sky. And what you get in there, you put the little nitrogen in the back of it, you close it, and then you get in. And when you close the door, you seal the door, and you the only one can push the button. And once you push the button, the nitrogen go boil. It boils, and then it releases the gas through the chamber so that you lose oxygen. And then it said that you might experience euphoria for a second, but you go peacefully.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is a euphoric experience, and it's a 3D imaging is what it is. So 3D imaging. And
all the comforts at home.
You die in minutes, guaranteed. Through nitrogen, oxygen deprivation, and nitrogen.
I think it actually converts into a casket too, as well.
I hope they got.
Oh yeah, they just drop it in the ground, man. You're done.
Right in the grass.
They got pictures of stormy winters there, like when you're about to die.
A great Christmas present for your Aunt Bessie or Uncle Jed.
Yeah, that is a new funeral for sure.
You can plan your own funeral. Be like, hey, look, y'all want to come and see me die? Check it out. Come on over. Yeah.
And then
check it out. I'm gonna die on this day.
You get the Euthanizer 1500, and it's got the Euthanizer 1500 and has a 4. So it'll create its own grave site too.
I'm gonna go live on YouTube, so y'all come on over, and I put my quarters in. We go experience this together.
Now, guys.
I want the 1500 model where it bores a hole right in the ground, so you don't even have to dig it. Places it 6 feet under. That's the 1500 model. Another 5 model. Now that comes with 10 easy flex payments too, but they're $1,500 a piece.
Guys, that was a good investment there, Tom. That's a really good investment.
Yeah, the Euthanizer models are all guaranteed. American built.
All sold out right now too.
American made.
You're just at the end of Infinity War, and you press the button, and then you realize there's a part 2, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
I know, right? See, that's I would have to plan my death around like all the things I've been watching. It's like, okay, I haven't seen the rest of Westworld, so
guys,
it's got to be after that. Yeah,
Guys,
now Deadpool.
guys,
You gotta watch that.
It's got a miniature flat screen inside of it. So after you
Right.
watch the last movie, you push the
all
button.
right, guys.
Right,
Listen.
exactly. That's it. Okay, we're good.
Guys,
We'll all watch it together, and
The
that's it.
suicide boost that you're talking about. God, Brian.
sorry, from the chat, before we
This
just
should hurt.
okay, Cowboy says so now they're trying to make the Bible illegal in Cali, and now let's make money off suicide. Yeah, I agree. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Well, the
that's
only
pretty bad.
thing, Dr. Kevorkian would definitely be hurt by this machine.
I
It killed
don't.
business.
I don't agree at all. Listen, okay, this thing was based on Kevorkian's work. They inspired him. If you watch the video, they were inspired by Kevorkian. Kevorkian was a madman to begin with. Okay, if you guys know who Dr. Kevorkian is, he was a suicide doctor. Lizette 102 brought up. Can you put that thing back up, Brian? Lizette 102 brought up the Georgia Guidestones. The Georgia Guidestones are a very interesting thing if anyone knows anything about it. These are mysterious stones that are there. Nobody knows really where they're from and who put them up, I should say. But one of the things that the Georgia Guidestone says is to keep population of the Earth under 500 million in a hope for perpetual balance with nature. Maintain humanity under 500 million. Now, when they have suicide machines and they tout them as a great idea, that's the problem. They're touting them as a great idea. That's ridiculous. And I believe they're going to be using them.
You're totally right, Ty.
They're going to order them by the thousands, and we could have you all killed by this afternoon.
Yeah.
It reminds me of an episode of Star Trek with Jim Kirk when they had that war in Armenia and Vendikar, and they had to report to the incineration chambers.
And what is that, Star Trek?
Yeah, remember with the one with the original with Jim Kirk? They're having a war between.
I was talking about.
Oh, it was great. They had to report to these incinerator chambers every time they took a hit.
It looked like that thing that I seen on Star Trek too. It looked just like the thing that they sleep in space, and you just lay down in it. And
actually, I believe it's. I think it's part of predictive programming to make us susceptible, because obviously the thing looks cool enough to go, oh, I think I want one. What's that?
Yeah,
it's a suicide machine. It looked good in my living room.
Right, like snorting like gasoline or something, or like, or a condom through your nose. That's cool.
I want the one with the ground boring attachment. So after you're dead, it drills 6 feet into the ground, burrows into the ground like a groundhog.
But good shout out to Lizette. Obviously, the thing looks cool up in Georgia.
Oh, there's Cowboy. Cowboy's on. Hey, What's up, bub?
Okay, yeehaw!
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 The party's just getting started. Let's do this here, Cowboy.
Hey, Cowboy, would you like to
make a shout out to Lizette 102 for bringing up the Georgia Guidestones? That's a very good catch.
Has he heard about the 1000 model?
Yeah, Lizette, thank you. You're awesome.
There you go.
Wait,
in a little bit,
Brian,
in a little bit, guys.
Is that Lisa Payne in the chat there?
It is. That's my
know,
we got
her.
Wait, is that your girl right there? Oh my God.
The stalker.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
I want to implore everyone right now, if you just tuned in right now, we've got Dead GPK that I've asked to be on this show because all of us know him. All of us look up in the sky. If you guys don't know who he is, you definitely should go ahead and tune into his channel. I mean, this guy is amazing. And not only that, but if you don't know him from that, the findings that he's brought to all of our attention have been so numerous that you probably wouldn't have known about a lot of the stuff if it wasn't for him. So if you don't know about Dead GPK, click over to his channel right now. Just sub to him because, I mean, he's amazing. And Dead, I have to say, dude, what a pleasure to actually have you on this channel, man. And it's amazing.
It's my pleasure. I'm always just listening in and I'm always in the chats as much as I can. So
yeah,
well,
great to have you, man.
You know, man. It's so cool because you're such a humble guy. I mean, you actually, everywhere I've explored throughout the Mandela community. It's so funny, guys. If you guys don't know Dad, which I'm sure you do, everywhere I've gone, I mean, he's he's like all of us. I mean, he's in this constant search of what's new, what's happening, just keeping in the loop, because much like all of us, we're trying to find out exactly what the hell is going on. Maybe someone's more attuned. I'm not speaking for you too, Dad. I'm just speaking for me.
Well, for me, I mean, I think right now it's the most important thing. I think is supporting everybody. Even if you don't agree, they are still affected.
Yeah.
And who knows what's right or wrong right now? So I'm just happy to. I'm just trying to support and love everybody the same.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely. And you all, dude, you are probably one of the coolest cats I've ever known, man. And who would have thought? And of all, look, I meet people every single day, and I got a handful of like really, really good friends, in my real, life, which even in that sense, I can't put a lot of stock in. But in this community, man, I'm telling you, it's so cool to actually meet people like all of you guys. I mean, it's so amazing to actually talk to somebody that's real. You know what I mean?
At any point between this time and the last time, it was Captain America the last time with Thor standing behind him, and now he's got the hat on. So anytime anybody wants to sign at a 302, we're ready to go.
And so
that's Ty. Ty has come to life. Ty has come to life, and I love that. That's awesome, man.
Smith Effect yet?
I ain't no computer-generated man.
Hold on, Ty. Ty was giving me a task, right, of coming up with something about the Mr. Smith Effect. I have actually caught one. Actually, me and Lisa did earlier. I have to go through some editing, so it'll be a little bit later on the show. I'm going to show you guys, okay?
You actually got one there, Brian?
Yes, I do. It's a treasure.
Nice.
I'm telling you.
It's a treasure, the Smith Effect.
I gotta start recording these things too, man, because I just had one earlier today too, and it's so amazing to see it like all unfold. Like I knew that this is gonna happen again. I mean, has anybody ever had somebody they talked to where they went whoa, and they got like full bore into it? They're like drilling you for questions. Yep. I've never had one of those yet. You have one of those, Corey?
Finally, one just like
you got one?
2 weeks.
Man, I don't have not even one. It's like
I had one. I asked this lady. I took her shopping, and she used to love wrestling, and her son took her after her, and he loved wrestling too. And I said, "Hey, do you remember Dwayne Johnson?" She said, "The Rock." Oh yeah, I rocked this. Oh yeah. I said, "So, what was his famous line? Do you smell what the Rock?"
I love it, man.
And I said, "Oh, okay, you look." I said, "If I tell you that ain't what he said, look, I know that's what he said. That was his famous line." And so she said, "I said, well, he said if you smell." She said, "No, it's do you smell? Send me that video." So I sent her the video, and so next thing you know, she say, "Well, I knew it was something about smelling. I didn't really know." I said, "You was just old."
Yeah, right. He's become like a meth dealer. Can you smell my rocks I'm cooking?
If you smell what Ty is
lodging off his rocks.
I don't know. I don't really know who the Rock is.
You don't know who the Rock is?
It's a rock. It's a rock. It's a rock.
I really don't know who he is.
Can you smell the rocks I'm cooking?
I don't really know who he is. No.
Come on, Ty. You must get your
smell
rocks.
The rock.
I don't know who he is. Like I don't know who the Kardashians is. I don't care.
You don't know the Kardashians?
No. You know why?
Possible?
Do you know why I don't know? Because I'm not 12.
You know,
These are grown, beautiful women.
Excuse me, guys. I gotta go on mute because I gotta suck my thumb a bit.
Okay. Thumb sucking time. There you go. All right.
Hey, you guys were saying earlier about how you guys love this community because we're talking. So I had lunch with my last boss, and we're sitting there watching, and the new Star Wars movie came on, and I started going into the ME with him. He was like, "Yeah, I see that. Yeah, no, that those changes. Yeah, I see the changes." And all he looked at me and said, "Like, but it doesn't matter. You just have to keep, going about your daily business and paying your bills and working." It just blew me away. Like, wow.
That's how everybody said that. That's why I did my last video. I know people be looking at me wondering why I'm angry. I was angry. I said, "What you mean you don't care? If somebody had a bomb in the backyard,
oh my God, man! It's so funny, dude. It's so funny your reaction because that's kind of my reaction now. I mean, well, see, and now it's like, that was what I was doing all along. I'm like, are you crazy? What's going on with you? And I had to stop. I had to stop doing that. I mean, I'll still point it out, but I mean, the fact of the matter is, guys, we're seeing this so often, and I know that it's kind of important for us to find more of us. But the fact is, once I start pointing it out, they turn to the other side. So I just stopped saying it. It's like, am I turning people away?
But the thing about this thing is, this person I pick up from church all the time. And she done went so far to tell me that she think I'm the Antichrist.
Oh my God!
Wow, that's amazing.
Like, this is my fault. I said, wait a minute, hold on. I didn't do this, lady. I said, so with all of that, and anybody, we human beings, and once you keep stepping on feet and making things boil up, eventually you boil over.
No.
E-Man, you're the cause of this.
No, but I mean,
the observer effect, right, Ty?
Well, I just want to share. You know what? I would like to share.
Oh, share, Ty, please.
Share within the group, because I know this is just between us, and
and the 55 people.
I just want to let you know that I am receiving wonderful feedback from everyone, and I'm just creating so much positivity in other rooms and channels that I go on that I'm universally hated everywhere I go.
I know you universally love. What you talking about?
Are you kidding me, man?
I love you, Ty.
Yeah, Ty. Number one, you are
Cowboy.
I'm right here, brother. I got your back. You know
Am I universally hated?
No.
Right? You saw what happened last night, right?
Ty, you can't be hated for being right.
Now, see the thing is with Ty, let me tell you.
You're encouraging me.
Don't encourage me. To the bad guy.
All right, we're gonna shut him down a little bit. He's gonna get a little bit too out of control here. All right, hey,
say hello.
You're not always right, Ty. You're not everyone's right, but so far you're doing pretty good.
Square.
Well, everybody wrong, Ty's
always right, man. You know that, man.
No, he's good, man. He knows his stuff. So, all right, Ty, you got a message, man. I want to hear it.
Yeah, me too.
Got a message.
Me three.
You were just talking, man.
My message, just
rewind the tape and play back, Ty.
I'm letting you know that what is happening is I am being crucified everywhere I go.
I know you are.
I'm letting you know.
I know
where I go.
Right now.
Except
that's
here.
That's the job of the enemy. The guy, the Daniel said that he's gonna think about wearing out the saints. So we can't blame the devil for doing his job. We just got to be seen doing our job. I don't focus on people's negativity against me. I just, sometimes it irritates me But I had to get past that because that's what he do. He doing his job. If he ain't messing with you, then you gotta check
Probably
and see
getting
what
raises
side you.
too because of his job.
But here's the thing: when Ty talks, right? Love you, brother. You know what? You'll say the exact same thing that everybody else says, and then they'll attack you like you said something totally different. Like, did you not just hear what the man said? And then you'll restate it, and it's like they're not even hearing you. It just blows my mind.
Well, and that being said, guys, now one of the prime examples that I could say for one of the only people that's actually going through, exactly what we all are is Lone. Lone Eagle has this method to him, and I don't know if it's his cadence or what, but if you follow his audience, and I'm not trying to say that his is better than anyone else. I'm not putting anything down like that, but it's the acceptance of everything. Now, if everyone starts attacking one particular belief, you guys, it's just one person saying one particular thing, and it doesn't have to be, definitive. I mean, it's one person's opinion, and that's one thing we're missing, guys, is that everyone has to understand that we're all not from the same exact place, and we all have our ideas, and it may not be exactly as what you remember, and that's okay. Yeah. Okay. So just accepting the fact that, one person has these beliefs, just, listen along, because guess what? You're actually listening to something pretty special. It's something, from another timeline or another,
oh my God, Troy, stop. Okay. I feel like I'm going to have to pay tuition. Stop. I hear you. Okay. I understand.
I'm not speaking. No, hey, Ty, listen, I'm glad you're understanding, but I'm not saying this, for your pleasure here. I know. But for everyone else, I'm saying that it's not, it's not necessarily, well, my point is that everyone has the right to go ahead and say their own opinion. And it's not, it's not something for people to evaluate or start putting under the microscope of whether or not this is, absolute fact. This is your opinion. This is your belief. And if it resonates with you, fine. But if not, it's okay too.
Now watch this. Yeah, now you done got me going. Check this out. This is what I say. Now this is only for the people that's in the room or in the chat that may be saved. All of this hypothesis and these conclusions and these other things, the most important thing I believe if you save is to keep your life focused on God and love each other and don't focus on the enemy too much. Because see, when you focus on the enemy too much, it's like you're giving him flame to the fire. And so if I keep my eyes on the prize, which is God, whatever happens, as long as I believe that he has my best interest in his heart, I don't, I like these shows and I like these theories and all of the stuff could be happening. Nobody know everything that's happening. We all might have pieces, but as long as I put in perspective what I need to be living like, I'm supposed to live today like it's my last day anyway. I don't care about what the sun's gonna look like tomorrow because I might not be able to see tomorrow. And so I got to make sure my life is lining up in the right form now.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because I reach out to different channels of people that are just starting and getting, they're now becoming vocalized. So when I do find these people, I want to support their channel and encourage them. And again, not everything that I'm seeing myself, is they're seeing exactly the same exact thing. But when I do respond to have an immediate attack back of I'm gaslighting or something like that, well, I'll pull back. You know what I mean? But it's not something like
we can agree to disagree. That's the main thing,
Right, exactly.
Well, because in the quantum world, the things will just not line up. It just will not line up in the quantum world. So we're all going to come from a slightly different reality, and we just got to agree to disagree and just unify on what we can agree on. And
But I think we can all read between the lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
no.
I think you can really tell who's genuinely experiencing these things and not just replicating some other person's experience. You know what I mean? So that being,
I think everybody in this chat are like genuine, like have love for each other. Like,
you can
respect
tell.
each other.
You can tell. You can definitely tell the people that are outspoken that are finding these things that are coming, into their experience, into their lives and vocalizing them, sharing them with others. I mean, like, let me just point out, Dead is here on the line, and with all of us guys. He is, one of the main resources that I have, and a great friend, for a lot of things that I talk about, because I see it too, And so when he's sharing these things with me, I'm like, oh my God, there's a freaking tower, that was made of, what was it, Dead? It was like the iron pillar, for one example.
The iron pillar of Delhi. Yeah.
And so, go ahead.
Well, I was going to elaborate on this for just a moment. Is that these people that are contributing, not just kind of joining in, because I mean, look, I was kind of the same way at the very beginning. I'm like, where the heck am I? Especially for the people that are just waking up. I was like, is there anybody else that's really experiencing this? I'm like, I got to reach out, and I didn't know if I was, I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I sat back and I was kind of listening to see if the people were kind of seeing the same things that I was, because look, we're all kind of seeing the same things, but a lot of things that I was saying were, was also just a little bit off. So not everything was like right on point, but it didn't matter. The fact is that I was starting to, latch on to people with different beliefs that I had that I kind of left behind for a while. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of being the person that I'm being right now. And I think maybe you guys, this may be, check yourself, of what kind of person you want to be.
The thing is that we're all very empathetic, man, and we're all very empathetic.
It's a faith-based reality.
Really
That's what I say, guys.
Right.
Faith-based
We're all
reality.
very empathetic, but what I see is that with our empathy, and I go into other places, I talk to other people, they don't want to hear any other way. They don't want to hear anything. They have their gurus. They follow their gurus, and that's what they do. That's what they do. And it sounds nice to be considerate, and it sounds nice to have empathy, but it's just like tolerance. Tolerance doesn't apply to me and you. Tolerance means that I need to sit down and shut up so they can have their say. That's what tolerance means. And as far as let's just agree to disagree, that's a cop-out. It sounds good on paper, but it never works. Agreeing to disagree means that we'll fight another day. That's what agreeing to disagree means. I'm after the point is that I'm after there's a higher cost. I'm after bigger game. I really don't care what you think about it one way or the other, but I'm at a bigger game. The bigger game is getting you saved. I'm after your soul. That's the point. That's the point. You can think whatever you want to think about your girlfriend, about the game last night, about the shoes I'm wearing, about the way I talk. You don't like me. I'm white. You're black. You're Puerto Rican. You're this. You're that. Whatever the case may be. You're Spanish. You're yellow. You're brown. You're green. You're orange. Everybody wants to fight about all the differences. In the end, we only have a short period of time before time's up. And there's only one question. There's only one question that God's going to ask you: are you saved or not?
That's it.
That's it. That's the only question.
Yep.
And so check this out, Todd. Check this out, Todd. And see, and that's why I told Brian 2 days ago when we was talking, I enjoy his channel because he's like a stopgap. I mean, and what I mean is, he give everybody the opportunity to give their point of view on the side that they see it on. Even if he agree or disagree, he gives the platform so that you can say your piece or what side you believe on.
Yeah.
And so I told him, that I can't do that because I like to, I can be flexible, but I'm more on biblical side of the equator. But I don't disagree with other people's theory because, like I say, all of this stuff could be happening at the same time. And so I want to give Brian his flowers or his tacos while he here. You know, I thank Brian for letting your channel be a floating window where you bring people in all different kinds of point of views on your show, and you know how to intertwine them where they don't where they don't really get angry at one another.
Right, but you know what you guys have to realize too is that, you know, as we bring these points up to people, that you have to realize that, you know, the mainstream media, right? They make fun of the Mandela effect. They throw all of the Mandela effects, the bigger ones, the larger ones, that most people would recognize. They don't do the scripture part, but like Luke, I'm your father, and so forth. They throw that in TV shows, in commercials, in the news, and they make fun of it. They make people feel that if I look at this, I'm a crazy guy, and it makes it harder for us to wake people up to get to the like what Ty's saying, get to them to get saved.
Well, you know that's the job of the enemy. He course he don't want to make it. If God is gonna do what He said He's gonna let the devil do, you think the devil got to situate the planet and situate his Game Boy the way he got to put his chess pieces the way he like them situated. If the Antichrist is gonna rule this world for any short of time, I don't care how long it's gonna be, he got to situate his pieces the way he needs it. He needs to make the Bible seem unworthy to read. So that's why you change that. Then you gotta make some of the Christians think they crazy, and so that you can lock some of them up. Then you gotta get the Bible out of circulation, which he's doing that very well. And then you gotta start making all of these different laws that support your agenda of one world government, so that you can have everybody under the same umbrella when you get ready to chip people to take the mark of the beast. And so, of course, all of this gotta happen. So we can't be surprised, like God say, you can't be ignorant of the devil's devices. And He said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. And so we as the Mandela Effect community, we're just here to open your eyes. Now, we can't make you drink the water. We can't make you drink it. We can't make you think it. We can only give you the information. And what you do with the information is up to you, because we can't stand in because a lot of people gonna be deceived. A lot of people gonna sell themselves because they don't wanna work hard. They don't wanna go through nothing. And so it's gonna be a point of time where these times are gonna get worse, and they get worse. So we just have to be prepared, and we try to wake as many people up as possible. That's why I like some people saying that they have places that they want to meet up just in case stuff hit the fan. We need to start talking about stuff like that because we're gonna need one another. We don't need more of us on this line. We're gonna need one another to help one another out. Have somebody that know how to grow some pigs and plant seeds and all that, because it's gonna be a time that's necessary.
Well,
that's interesting that you would say that.
Thank you. Brian wants to bring up the Antarctica.
Thank you, Ty, because I thought that you were going to say something like this. Because if you weren't, I was.
Guys, I just want to address somebody in the chat room, just to because I think the chat's important.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
So SK Binky, question: Why? Why did God pick on us? I don't feel that God, Minky, is picking on us. I think it's a blessing that we see this. I think it's a responsibility for us to share this, and I don't see it as being picked on. I look at it as a blessing.
Yeah, you bless. You see, I know a lot of people come to that conclusion. Well, why God would allow this to happen? Well, he gave us full warning. I mean, if he gave you full warning now, it ain't his fault that you didn't read the warning the warning label.
I have a question that often comes up. I have a question that often comes up, guys, for the panel. And the question is, that I hear over and over again. They fight over the stuff, just like when the stuff hits the fan type thing. And people have different positions about where they are, and of course, different biblical positions about where they are. And they have a real understanding, they believe, about who the 144,000 are. And what do you guys? I mean, what do you guys think? Who the 144,000 are? Because that's what they talk about all the time, day and night. Right, Cowboy? All the time. That's what they talk about.
Boy, you know what? That's a good question. I don't know if I'm qualified enough to even answer that, Cowboy. I guess you probably maybe a little bit more to shine the light on that one.
I'm gonna let Ty handle this one. He's well more versed than I am on this one. Believe me. Ty, go ahead.
I wanted to hear what your opinion was on it, because what happens is that these people. This is the problem, guys. Okay, this is the problem as I see it. We all have biblical points of view. Everybody does, right? Biblical point of view is not E-Man's point of view. E-Man's point of view is probably close to Tom's point of view, but still they're different. And it's different than Cowboy's point of view, and I'm sure it's different than Troy's point of view, or even my point of view. Or for that matter, not to forget about Corey, but Corey has a point of view as well. And somehow, some way, we get along. But what's happening is that people are seriously getting their lines crossed, okay? And what's happening is I think they're putting the cart before the horse, and I think they're in danger of believing something that's incredibly, incredibly dangerous. And that's what's coming up. So that's why I was asking about who you think the 144,000 are. Yes. And there are people out there that believe that we are the 144,000.
We might be the 144,000. It's definitely a thought to think about, but there is a way to wake people up. I believe we were chosen. I have something to share with you all that I've been spending the last probably 15 minutes. Sorry, that's why I hadn't had the chat up. But I've been editing out the audio, so to filter out some of that stuff, just dead air and whatnot. But I have a audio I'd like to share with you, and at the very end, we have a Mr. Smith experience. So I'd like to share it with you guys, if that's cool. Ty, is that all right?
Of course, it's your show.
All right, let me bring it up.
That's so polite.
Yeah, thank you all, and E-Man, I appreciate your praise too, man. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. I want you to know that. But check this out.
Hey, you see her there? Hey, you doing?
Huh?
Hey,
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Well,
Hey, you guys.
hi, Melissa. Can I share with everyone? It's about 10.
Melissa.
It's good stuff. Good spiritual stuff. Me and Lisa went into the mall. And I went to the actual. I tried to get as close to the source as possible. I even went in there. I went to JCPenney and asked people. I tried to do as much as I could without getting thrown out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just check this out, guys.
I need to do an experiment. I'll tell them I have a YouTube channel. Guys, can I ask y'all something? I heard you say JCPenney. Is it that way? How do y'all remember it? How do you remember it being spelled without looking at it? Exactly. See, I'm talking to my girlfriend right now. She remembers JCPENNY. Look at it on your phone now. Look at it. I'm telling you, it's serious.
I know, it's really funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like the weirdest thing. I mean, I'm a good speller, and I remember JCPenney. Look at it. Got the internet right there?
Yeah.
There?
And
oh, that one don't work.
pocket right there.
Yeah, isn't that weird? You don't see that? Yeah. I thought you were going to take a step back. Like, whoa. And see, like, I know, are y'all saved? Like, you know about, like...
Yes, sir, you do.
That's awesome. So, you know, the Lord is coming soon, you know. You can tell that's one of the signs. That's what I believe, anyway. When stuff changes like that. Yeah, my girlfriend says she loves y'all. All right. It's nice meeting y'all.
You too.
God bless you. God bless you.
You too.
God bless you guys. Good night now. Oh, baby. They remember too.
That's good. That's good stuff.
They took a step back when they heard it.
Wow. That's good.
When they saw it. Yeah. That's so crazy.
A joyous spirit too. So
I know. No, they weren't mean or.
They're not gone. No one's too far gone, you know?
Yeah, I know. The trouble is, a lot of these companies, people don't stick around. The workers don't stick around. They don't stick around long enough. So what happens is they have these people that cycle in and cycle out quick. So the effects are probably 3 or 4 years old now, if not longer. And those people are gone from there. So I think they have to be away from their job almost for a little bit to realize that stuff has changed.
Good. I see that.
But yeah, I love them. They were nice. They were good people. Hey, excuse me, sir. Which way is JCPenney? Oh, that. On the right? Okay. Thank you. I'm trying to get right to the source. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get right to the source, baby. I gotta ask some people in here what they remember. It just hurts. It hurts my head looking at it. Like,
See, I look at whenever the effective stuff treats me no different than.
Can I ask y'all something? Does that hurt your head looking at it like that? The JCPenney? You remember being any different? Oh, okay. It might be different. Maybe it's just the regional. Maybe, I don't know. Probably a regional thing. They have an E in there. Extra E.
I made that up, by the way.
Maybe I'll ask one of the people to register what they remember.
Are you guys catching all this?
Somebody too young, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I hear it. I'm listening.
Yep.
We're here.
Can I ask y'all something? How do you remember JCPenney?
Lisa loves you.
I'm my girlfriend on the phone. I'm looking up at the sign outside the door. That's not how I remember. How do you remember JCPenney being spelled?
Can you put up the chat so we can see it at the same time as we're listening?
It's gonna freak. It may.
Yeah, let me get
look it up on Google. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's like it changed recently.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We're being serious.
Yeah, that's my girl. Hey, baby.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah, my girlfriend lives in Alabama, so they said it changed over there too. So it's definitely not regional, you know, because we're Georgia. So
I'm Birmingham.
She's in Birmingham, and look, it's not right. Did they go through new ownership or something, or what happened?
We sure didn't get the memo.
And here's another thing. I used to work for Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A did not have the K, and now it does. It was CHICFILA. But you remember in the Bible how it was talking about the signs of the times? I think this might be it, though. Signs that we're seeing, these changings of the logos.
Yeah.
It could be.
So I don't know if you noticed, but people have been acting differently. They get angry easily, like I'm talking about like that. And you can just, when you step away from the television and then you go back to it, you can see the evil for what it is, can't you?
You can.
I'm blind in my right eye and I see everything. It's just so weird. You must be shopping for shoes for your kids, grandbaby. Oh. Oh.
Clara said God bless her.
Oh, say God bless you.
God bless you too.
So your memory lines up with mine then, and hers. And that's so weird, man. You look at the old photographs. It's been like that since 1975. How does something like that change through time? Is what I'm saying. That's the weird thing. I know that's. Unless they're lying to us in all the pictures. I don't know, man. But it just seems like...
But always remember, God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Easy spirit. There you go. Love is the only path, you know. It's nice knowing you. Nice meeting you.
You too.
God bless you. You have a good day, too. Yeah, see, they remember her, too. They remember Jason Penny.
She did.
Oh.
I can always tell by their voice if they're in the bracket that it would affect, you know?
All right. Give me 1 sec, baby. I want to call you back, okay?
Okay, Dave.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
Wait, there's a little bit more. We get to a Mr. Smith effect.
Okay. So anyway, I refreshed the connection. Oh my goodness, look at this JC Penney company, fine jewelry, established in 1902.
How do we know that these are fine jewelry?
I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm trying the best to turn it up.
Hey, can I ask y'all something? How do y'all remember J.C. Penney? Like, seriously, how do y'all remember it being spelled without looking at it?
Oh, it's spelled funny. J.
J.C. what?
Penny.
How's Penny spelled? Really?
Ooh, she said it.
Girlfriend's online. We were just talking about that because she's in Alabama. Hi, baby. Yeah, she's in Alabama. I thought it was a regional thing. You know how people can't change their company names, but it's JCPE. Look at it. Look at it now. I mean, look at it.
So she goes to look it up.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
I know, it surprises me a lot.
I remember shopping here.
Maybe it's always been.
I went here every weekend.
Not to me, I know.
We're just spelling it like you spell.
I know.
No, honestly, I remember them using pennies and that.
That's just so weird, man.
You know, I'm like,
wow. You remember EY? You remember EY? Yeah. Wow. That's so incredible. But see, it's been EY. How long? How long has it been like that? Wow.
You guys hear that?
Wow.
Yeah,
Not really.
We hear it good, Bram.
Okay, what it was.
Let
me explain.
No, it didn't have it. That's what I'm saying. Like, but you know how like in the Bible talks about that, like in the end times, the signs of the times. I think that's what it is. The signs is like the logos, you know.
It probably is.
I haven't noticed, like, in the past 10 years, I haven't heard anyone say signs of the times or anything. You know? That's so weird.
We should know that our human point is
I know it's hard to hear. I'm very sorry, guys. I tried to boost it.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you all heard her. What it was there were two ladies I was talking to at JCPenney, and it was right over by the fine jewelry near the Sephora, you know, the makeup stuff. And I just happened to interview one of them, and one of them, of course, said JCPenney the way we remember, and then she got coerced by the other one, and it influenced her, and then when she looked it up, she got the new update. So that's what happened. So that's Mr. Smith.
Yeah, that's how they do it. That's exactly how they do it. They tell you one thing, and then when you show it to them,
Yeah.
And they said, oh, well, maybe been always been like that. And
Brian, I just had that tonight, and I saw the whole thing unfold. It was exactly the same situation. I try to, I try to keep myself from doing that type of stuff because I'm so used to the revert of behavior. So I stopped doing it. And it's like they recognize it, you point it out, and then they go, oh, it was the other way. Yep. So, you know what I mean? And it happens so.
Yeah. Who said, hey, Brian?
Hey, Brian. No, I think what I was saying
E-Man, can you hold on 1 second? Who said it? I think, who was it? Preliminal or?
Cowboy.
Cowboy, yeah, go ahead, Cowboy. And then
I just want to point out, I'm following the chat, and if you could just explain, because just as you've heard the people laugh and they giggle about it and brush it off, and we've experienced that. There's people in the chat room that are questioning, what does it matter? I think that.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I think the bigger question is, why wouldn't it matter?
Yes.
Why would you?
No, but I think it's the fact that we all have to, even though it hurts. I've tried it with many friends, people I've known. You gotta keep trying to Brian did with strangers, but I mean, like, I've done it with friends and try to wake them up to what the real truth is, and it's just you can see it in their face. Like, maybe being a counselor, I can read people, I can see their face. I know when the light bulb goes on or it doesn't, and it's just if they do or they don't, and you're wasting your time if you don't see that light bulb go on. You may as well forget it.
Now, I got a different point of view on that spectrum. The only reason I say that because I got a personal thing. Sometimes it takes longer for others. Because like I said, I've been on Mandela Effect for 3 years, and my wife thought I was crazy 2.5 of them years. And so sometimes it goes over the head, but just like God say, some plant and some water, but he get the increase. Sometimes we got to be patient because this is a seed that people don't want to take. They not even accepting the seed. But if you plant it down there and you keep watering and be patient with it, eventually it's gonna blossom. It's gonna come up. And so it took my wife. It took my wife 2.5 years before she woke up.
I agree with you, man. Like, totally, like, because that's your wife and you're with her every day, and you can, like, you're close with her, right? But I'm just talking about people that I meet, like, say at the supermarket or like on the street or something, that where I don't see them every day, and it's like I might see them once every 2 months, so I don't have that time to water the flowers, as you said, and it's a great reference, and like, it's a great thing that you say. Like, it is true that if you keep on with it, like, it probably will happen. I'm just saying that some people just, like, when you're trying to do the off thing real quick, you can't sway them.
Real quick, Corey. We had a comment from Christian Richardson in the chat. What should you do when you wake up? That's what I'm focusing on. That is a good question, guys. Anyone want to take that one?
Oh, I can take that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, E-Man.
Well, first thing you do is make sure that you got your life together, and you ask God to forgive you for anything that you did, if you're a believer. Now, if you ain't a believer, then you ain't gonna do none of that. But make sure that you get your ducks in a row, because now you see something that, like Brian was saying on his show, that states in the Bible and stuff in the Bible. And so now you have the ups. Now you know that it's happening. So now you just need to, I wouldn't recommend you to saturate yourself with it if you're not telling people about it, because then it becomes you can get sporadic or you can get worried and all that. But if you want to be a beacon and help people, then yeah. But I wouldn't spend my everyday life just soaked down in it. And I just know it happened, and I get myself together. And
E-Man, my thoughts on things. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's a little echo, guys. Where it's coming from?
It's not me.
Can everybody check their mic?
Testing.
Just everybody mute.
Testing. Okay. Okay, my thoughts on it, before I got sidetracked for a second there, is like, I believe we're supposed to be like the salt, the salt of the earth, and we're supposed to be like lighthouses. And what do lighthouses do? They guide ships that are lost at sea. And that's what I mean. And E-Man brought up beacon, and that's what reminded me of lighthouses. So that's my 2 cents. Sorry. Go ahead. Whoever wants to speak next.
Oh yeah, Brian, that's what I wanted to ask you a question. You was talking about how the people are getting very violent and angry.
Yeah.
The animals are acting the same way. The animals are getting aggressive. I was looking at a video yesterday where the alligators are walking in people's houses. The foxes, not the foxes, the raccoons are standing up on their two land like they ready to box. They're getting angry for a reason, for some reason.
I see.
It's all animals. All animals are acting very sporadic now.
I've seen birds like not as intimidated as before. Like they'll come right up to you now. It's so weird.
Right.
No, I've actually had a chickadee land on my head, which they've never done before, and he sat there for like 5 minutes, and you just sitting on my head, just
I believe in I'm guys, I'm a Bible believer, and I believe that the Bible should be foremost before anything, and the Mandela effect is important. And within ourselves, we talk about it and we try to figure out different things that happen, but I believe the Bible is the most important thing. If we lose that, then we don't have anything.
Amen. Well, John, I love you, man. You the best man ever now. You on my channel now forever.
I really do. I really do. I mean, think of it, guys. If your spiritual life is okay, what can go wrong?
Yeah.
If your spiritual life isn't okay, what's going to go right?
Right. That's what I always say. This is great that we try to figure out what's going on, but your relationship with God and getting your life straight and making sure that you not gonna go to Hades. Hell, I'm gonna say hell. My grandma used to say Hades, and making sure that you love like God said, because love covers a multitude of sin. Where it used to, well, now it says charity, and I don't understand that. How do charities cover the multitude of sin? But that's here and there. But yeah, and so I mean, that's the most important thing. So that's why even on my channel. Yeah, I cover all this other stuff. It's fine and sound great to try to figure out. But if it's anything demonic, I don't want to know how the devil using this machine. If he using this machine, I'm praying against that. I don't want to know how he uses it because he ain't gonna let me borrow it.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sign off. I got some things I need to do, but hey, you guys, each and every one of you guys, I love you all, and everyone in the chat.
Hey, Troy,
you know.
I want to thank you also for doing your testimony, sharing that. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. And I do mean that as well. I want to thank Melissa for putting that out there, and Brian for you to put that on your channel as well. That's awesome, you guys. And I do mean everything that I've said. And you know, you guys, I'm definitely here for each and every one of you guys.
Troy, before you go, what was those things about the Antarctic animals? I'm curious about that now.
Oh, you guys, was it the furry sea worm, and then we've got some other kind of crustaceanal type of sea crab type of thing that's it will blow your mind, you guys.
Whoa!
Actually, I heard about this on Lone Eagle on his channel, and he was showing some images. If you guys haven't seen that, tune over to that channel. You'll see it. Just look at his previous live stream, and it's pretty amazing. You'll see some of the stuff, and also, you guys. Before I go, I want to thank Dead GPK. This guy is, you know, just an awesome guy, a good friend, you know, and he's been part of the community for a long time. So you guys look up. You know, I'm really curious too, you know, of what everyone else is seeing up there in the sky. So, you know, do me a favor, you know, if anything, just if you see something that it's not common or what you're not used to, snap some photos, send it over to him. He's everywhere, so it's hard to, you know, not see him in any chat that you're in, and you know, let him you know, put it into some kind of compilation if he has time. I'm not speaking for you, Dead, but you know, certainly, I mean, you're the champion. You're the Sky King here of all the chaos that's been going on, and man, I can't thank you enough. Not just for, you know, bringing attention to this, but you know, so many other things, man, and just a good friend. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, really, for just being a good friend and just, you know, being part of this community as a whole.
I just want to thank you for having me on, Brian, and Troy for inviting me. I think that's probably become like the most important thing about my channel is how everybody comes together and, you know, they send in pictures so everybody can see and compare, you know, their sky versus somebody else's. And
Amen.
That's about where I'm at right now.
It's all about different perspectives, and I think that's what this Mandela Effect is about. It's kind of set in a way to divide us up, but it's also so we have different perspectives on everything.
Yeah, I get told a lot of times that, you know, some people found another person's channel, you know, through mine. So I'm always glad, you know, to help people connect as well.
Absolutely.
Dead GPK, I don't want you to be a stranger around here, brother. You know, you come on, and if you have something you want to share, trust me, you know, I mean, we'd love to hear it, you know. Yeah. I hope you stick around a little while longer. We're trying to...
I also got to go because I do got work in the morning, but I wouldn't mind coming back on every once in a while or some other time.
All right, well, it's good to have you, and I hope you come back on again, brother. We'd love to have you.
Alrighty.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Love you all. I'll be on next Friday. Corey, love you, brother. Ty, I don't know if you're still on here. Melissa, I see you on there. Cowboy, Tom, I see E-Man, and of course Corey. Hey, you know, love you all, guys. I'll see you guys next Friday for sure, but I'll be talking to lots of you guys in between then.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Take care.
All right, guys, have a good night.
All right. Good night, Troy. Thank you, and good night, Dead GPK.
Absolutely, Brian. Thank you, brother.
Okay, so I want to point out, Wake Up News said Wascally Wabbit won the first prize for the little Mexican hat. Let me show you guys what I mean, okay? He's I love doing giveaways, you know what I'm saying? That's my way of giving back to the community. Mexican hat here. Wascally Rabbit. Give it to your child or whatever. Okay, we have this, it's not, don't worry, Corey, it's not a vibrator thing. This is free. I'm giving that away. One lucky winner who can tell me when the Mexican War was started. Or do you know the time frame of the Mexican War? Mexican-American War. Does anyone know that?
18.
Who's posted in the chat?
In the chat.
For the people in the chat, whoever can answer that wins that prize. Let's see who won it. I love you all very much. Trying to get these windows up. Sorry. So who won? I'm looking for the year. 1776. Hey, what's up, Nobleness D? Guess again. It's in the 1800s. We have a winner yet? Okay. I guess Ty, will you pick somebody?
I am going to pick.
Poppy came close there.
Yep. Poppy
Poppy
Yeah.
Congratulations, Poppy You won. You won the prize. Send me an email, and I'll get with you and try to get that out to you, okay?
What was the year? I was thinking 1870. What was the year?
1846.
Okay.
Mexican-American War. And that's in lieu of Cinco de Mayo, folks. Yes, thank you, Lizette, for mentioning that. Be sure to drink and drive, or don't drink and drive, but drink safely and drive.
Now you're giving mixed messages. You're giving mixed messages.
That's an ME, right?
Now tequila is gone, or what? Tacos and tequila.
Oh, God.
Who wants to see Pee Wee Herman dancing to the tequila song?
Oh, go for it. Go for it. It'd be funny.
All right, hold on. Let me pull that up. In lieu of Cinco de Mayo. Anybody got any other thoughts you want to share?
Well, I don't want to bring up what Pee Wee Herman did before he got fired, but.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just why would you do that? I was really.
He was in sync. Oh.
I was more
Hey, have y'all noticed that man, that Pee Wee Herman guy? He seems like he ain't gonna never grow. I mean, he ain't gonna never get old. Pee Wee
don't ever get old.
How the world how the hell? I'm sorry, but how can he stay so young? I want to get his genes for real.
That never gets old. Come on.
No, we're all doing dance, right?
I've never seen it.
You can't play too much, or
I've never seen it.
Okay. That's about all I can take now. Okay. All right. Any other thoughts before we close for tonight, or Cowboy? Do you have any more things you wanted to say, or?
Well, I'm gonna let everybody know that Jason's back and he's gonna go live later.
Sweet.
Melissa just got here, so is there?
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
To talk about?
We got one more big thing to talk about.
Oh
one
yeah.
More big one. The big one that we got a brother that's in the community, that's one of the pillars of the community. You know, that half of us seen when we first got here. Photohelix had surgery, and he was in the hospital, and so we need to pray for him and his speedy recovery, and stuff like that.
And if we're gonna do a prayer, let's put a prayer for Don's back too.
Yeah.
And
Prayers for Dawn for sure.
Yeah, Dawn for sure, and Lisa.
My clothes don't fall off when tequila happens.
One of her family members is not doing too good right now, so we need to pray for Lisa's family members. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, Lisa.
Well, Father God, I was just about to, Father God, Lord Jesus, we come to you right now, God, knowing that you know everything. You know every situation. You know every problem. all the aspects of the body, God. Oh God, right now we ask for your supernatural healing, God. Lord, that you put the body back in alignment where it needs to be, God. We ask that you show your healing power, God. We know that you're still in the healing business. But God, Lord, I always ask, God, that if you don't do supernatural healing, God, that you will guide the doctor's hands, guide the doctor's mind and heart on how to deal with the situation where the problem will not continue, God. Give the doctors wisdom, oh God, and give the body supernatural healing that it will heal real fast, God. But God, we don't want to depend on the doctors because we know that you said that if we believe it and we have faith that it can be done. So we asking you, God, if it's your will, God, that you do a supernatural healing for the back, God, for photo, for the family members, God, whatever they're going through, God. You know the situation, you know all the ins and outs of what the problems is, God. You go in before the situation, God. Send somebody, God, especially at the family member, that can help the family member have a joy and peace in you. And God, everything that's physical, God, that everything will be done with your power and with your authority, God. We come right now in Jesus' name. And anybody that's on the line, God, that's on the chat that may be going through issues, God, you know all about them so that you handle it, God. And God, anybody that maybe click on the video.
Tanette in chat, his son is recovering from having a brain tumor removed.
Okay, and God, give her son, God, a speedy recovery, God.
Yeah.
God, that when he get through recovering, that they won't see any signs of the surgery, God. That we know that you can do supernatural healing, supernatural provision for us, God. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
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 And Christian Richardson, I just saw that the thing by Christian Richardson too. So same goes for that. We'll remember to keep them in our prayers as well.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Right now, we need to pray for Hawaii. They just had a major earthquake. Apparently, triggering volcano eruptions and thousands of people being.
Yeah, I seen
So
that. Two days ago. Yeah, they've been telling them to leave their homes. I like to pray.
Didn't they already get like a text message? Whatever, they had a bomb threat or something supposedly.
No, they were swarming. The ground been swarming for a minute, for a couple of days now. They had 150 earthquakes yesterday, and so people. Matter of fact, I like to pray. I don't know why I like to pray. I'm gonna pray. God, Father God, right now in Hawaii, God, all the people that's in Hawaii, God, 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 you give us wisdom. You give us know-how, God, that we let us not think of our own self, God. Lord, give the people of Hawaii wisdom to leave. If the authorities tell them to leave, God, God, you said that you don't tempt the Lord thy God, God. I know that, God, people have belief in and that nothing will happen, but God, you said, be wise as a serpent and humble as a dove, God. Let us use our common sense, God, that your people that's in Hawaii, God, will take heed to the warnings, God. God, because volcanoes is nothing to play with. God, give them wisdom on how to leave. Open up doors, open up shelters, open up people home. Let them be generous to give shelter and give relief to the folks that don't have places to go, God. God, give the world a heart that deal with the situation before it get out of hand, God. Oh, God, start opening up the food pantries and and water, letting it start to flow already, God. Oh, God, give people a heart to want to help, God, and just open up doors that need to be opened, God. Right now, God, but give the people of Hawaii the wisdom to move when it's time to move, God. In Jesus' name, I pray, amen.
Man,
I want to say Barry White in the chat said his son died in Iraq. So
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Prayers to him and his family.
Amen. And E-Man, I want to point out, I just realized this now, but your name E-Man is actually Amen with an anagram. You know, I just realized that. That's pretty cool.
And so, yeah, I mean, we'll give a real shout out, real fast prayer for them. I know people, when they ask for a prayer, they really want you to pray. So, Father God, the man that just lost the loved one, God, send your comfort around that family, God. We all know how it feels to lose someone, God. God will send your loving arms around you, put your loving arms around them, so that you let them know that, God, that you are there for them, God, and that, God, that you will be there for them. If they just lean on you and trust in you, you will give them a perfect peace in their mind and their hearts and their soul, God. We pray that, Lord Jesus, the family just go through what they had to go through, but God, let them just lean on one another or more. In Jesus Christ's name, I pray, amen.
Amen.
I also want to pray for world peace, that nations could get along with other nations. We heard recently, it looks to be like North Korea and South Korea shaking hands 3 years since that happened. So, the power of God brings people together. The devil likes to separate everyone. Just keep that in mind, folks. And don't let him. There's 2 amygdalas now, where we used to have 1. Double the fear, so you have to try to block it out whenever you can. I'm just so warmed up by what you said, E-Man. I love it, man. I'm having all of you on here, and it's been a wonderful show. Not just, I hate calling it a show because we're not putting on a performance. It's true. We are true to ourselves and to you guys, and we deliver the message loud and clear that we are here to be together. You know, together.
Brian,
Amen.
take a note on that address for you. Copy paste whatever you need to do before you lose it.
Yeah, Brian, I just wanted to say a quick prayer to my mom.
Right in the chat.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dog.
That's my dog, guys. That's my dog. Sorry.
I just want to say a quick prayer to my mom, who,
of course,
she's far away there at a hospital, and she's waiting. She has to wait at least 1 to 2 weeks for a final biopsy test, and she's been calling me every day, crying, and it's hard being not there with her because I'm with my dad and he's not well either. So I just want to pray for her that she can find strength and find love in herself and to hold on until she finds out what's going on. And with God's grace, hopefully she will be healed.
Yeah, Corey, just to let you know, of course we will, and just to let you know, we all have been since we heard of it, even though we didn't mention it to you, and we didn't reach out to you because we wanted you to have some privacy, dealing with that. But we have been, and I know everybody is, even if I didn't talk to them when they heard about it, everybody was. And our hearts go out to you, of course, and our prayers are always for you and the rest of your family. and especially your mother, of course. You know, for sure. Just to let you know, we never forget.
No, you're the best, buddy. Like, love you, man.
I really want you to know that it means you mean a lot to us, and to see you go through something like that is really, you know, it hit us pretty hard. We knew about it right away, and even when we saw your video, we were reminded of it. We said, "Oh man, unbelievable!" And we appreciate your video too.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen, guys. Anyway, any other thoughts, Ty, or anyone, Melissa, anyone?
Nope. I appreciate you having us on. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to make a public confession, if I could.
Sure.
Okay, Melissa, go ahead. Yes, it's okay.
So I heard about the 144,000, and I thought, oh wow, wouldn't that be cool if we were one of the 144,000 marked in the forehead and sent back into the nations to preach about the Lord Jesus Christ. And so I started praying about it, and the Lord was telling me that they're babies, you know, because I kept saying, you know, it says virgin in the Bible. And I was like, oh, like baby Christians maybe, you know, or or babies because we're on earth. And the Lord was showing me that where Jesus says when we go to heaven, we're not man or woman. And I thought, oh, cool. Maybe it's because, you know, it could be a woman or a man going back into the earth, 144,000. So my confession is I was very wrong, and I was it's not. The 12 tribes of Israel have to do with when Jesus Christ were born. And when Jesus Christ was born, there were, in Herod's time, he had people go out and kill all those babies that were under 2 years of age. And those babies are the 144,000 that stay with Jesus in heaven and that have the word wrote on them and that will be coming back with the mark of God in their forehead, singing a new song. So my confession is that I thought maybe we were, but thanks to Ty and his help, this is my confession that I had it wrong, and I just wanted to share with everyone else so they would understand, so that, you know, they would know the truth, because it's important for us to know the truth.
Amen.
Well, Melissa, you ain't, trust me. You the bravest person I ever seen that actually would say they made a mistake, but you ain't the only one that's sick, because there's other religions that think that they got the 144,000. So we all can make a mistake in our perception. So luckily God and God's people that surround you, that's why we here, iron sharpen iron. You know, sometimes we need other people to help us clarify what our thoughts are. And so,
Amen. Anyone out there? Are you guys finding interest in material things these days? I know I am.
Yeah, I find interesting material too. We ain't got the crew you got, but I'm alone. I'm alone. You got the best search team in the world. Well,
yeah, and we got Teresa back. Welcome back, Teresa.
Amen. I said so. You know, like I enjoy your opportunity that you give us to express our different opinions and still be able to still love one another and still respect one another, even in spite of some of our differences. We still are one body. We still under one community. And
That's right. We don't shoot anyone down, especially if they have differing opinions. We accept them and love them. You know, we have our own beliefs too that don't cross the line. It's all good. You know. You know, Jesus will He's coming back soon. You guys coming back soon.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to be prepared for that, you know?
Yep. No, you want some love.
Tonight. Again, it was West and
Popple.
Papillon, yeah. Papillon, yeah. So congrats, guys. And I want to thank all of you again. Have a great Mandela Effect night. And God, any kicking music, Corey, suggestions for the exit?
I don't know if you know it. Snow Patrol's got a new song out. Just give me a second.
Is it Chasing Stars?
Oh, I just gotta get into my iTunes here. It's a good song.
Oh wow! What if this is all the love you ever get? That one?
Yes. Yeah.
It's ironic there was that. For a minute there, I thought that was. Okay, hold on. Oh.
Whoa, whoa. What if this is all the love you ever get?
That's a perfect song. Thank you, Corey. Amen.
Whoa, whoa. You do a couple things so differently.
So you guys have a great night, of course. I will talk to you guys again. You guys got my numbers. E-Man, you're on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I'm in the group now.
What's that?
I'm in the group now, so yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.